Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind D&D. This is the Mercenaries, and I am your DM, Oatmeal. Today I have a wonderful party of player characters and players. Would you all please introduce yourselves in order before I get back to where we were?
Hello, everyone. I am Noodle or Pasta or Udon or whichever variation thereof y'all are feeling like today. And my boy is out. He Octopus, the capitalist, he outie.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone.
He is not here. Who is here though is Ultrasound, being the most competent motherfucker in this party. Hi, I'm RJ, and I'll be killing a vampire today.
Good. I guess that's me next. And hey, we were all confident for like 5 seconds. That was
We did
apparently
really good.
it. But hey, I'm Blaze, and I'm currently playing Speaker, and she's fine. Don't worry about it. She's currently trying to get a vampire to spit it out of his mouth, pulling this professor and the vampire apart, and going, hit him, Cassius. It's like, start with him. Get it off first.
Hi, I'm Artist of Obsessions, also known as Zabi. And today I'm playing the vampire that's about to get the crap beaten out of him for being stupid. Also known as Cassius. But yes.
All right. So, at the if we rewind a second, Spica's last action at the top of the order, at the top of the round, was firing Witch Bolt at Cassius to get him off of the professor because he was drinking his blood.
I wouldn't stop.
And yeah. And so
Therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to physically pry the two apart.
Yeah, so that's happened, and okay, let me just, I have a few things I wanted to make sure I touched on before the action started. Professor still has the dimensional shackles on his wrists, but they are in front of him now. He has manacles on his ankles. He is currently gagged and poisoned. The area, the forest undergrowth is in disarray. There's blood on the ground, footprints. There is a unsheathed, fancy-ass sword, and the professor's hat. Seth has left. His familiars, dogs, are in Good Time Town with the googly eyes that belong to Cassius. He also has Professor's scarf, the communicator you were all given, and the teleportation pass. Spica has Professor's coat with most of his inventory, and she is the only one who can open and close the dimensional shackles. She is also poisoned for 8 hours. Ultrasound doesn't have any status effects currently.
Yeah, Speaker's poisoned.
Yep. So, that's where we're at, and so Speaker's turn was last. It is Ultrasound's turn.
Yup.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, legitimately, just gonna beat the shit out of you. Oh, Cassius. Oh, buddy. That's a lot of
Time
damage.
to die.
That'll be a lot of damage. So one of those was a crit.
Oh, shit.
The other one was like an 11 on the dice plus 8? Question mark? Yes, plus 8.
I think both of those will hit.
Yeah. I have to remember what
Even
my
with vagina.
fucking dice is. It's a d6. Okay.
You better take me down. You better take me out in one shot.
I think that 2 will be enough. So the non-crit is 4 plus 5 plus 1. So that's the non-crit. And then the crit,
Okay.
which is multiply all damage? Question mark?
What was that? Sorry?
I'm checking the list of rules that you gave us for how crits work again.
Oh, yes. For the crit, you do the,
Roll dice, add mod, then double. Okay.
correct. Yes.
Mhm.
That's going to be 30 total damage.
For this. Oh, I see. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's 30 points of damage total. I have
Yeah, he's
another
gone.
attack if he's gone.
He's unconscious already. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
he was already lowered health.
And
from
then
Spica,
just
I think.
fucking like baseball whack, knock him off. If the professor's still alive, I'm just gonna use my bonus action to bonk him as well
He is.
to try and knock him out again.
He
Not
is.
lethal, but
You may bonk. Don't tell me what the damage is yet, because I have a little trick.
Trick.
is he going to Acme effect or some shit?
No, he can't do that.
Yeah, he's not a toon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he's a half elf.
Not quite. He's an alien, but he acts like a half elf. That's probably the closest main race.
That's enough.
Yep. So
He's prone, correct?
yes, he is.
Okay, good. Because that will give me advantage on this one.
Yes. Let me see.
Not great.
This is
Not
a
great.
reaction, and it is a bard subclass feature.
You gonna cutting words me?
I am, as a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, you can see within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result. So first, hit him. I'm almost certainly you will.
Question.
Yeah.
Can he make the noise necessary to do this?
Yeah, his hands are free enough that he pulls the gag out and says time out.
Alright. I mean, it's a bit late for that, sir. You're already on the floor. But that's an 18 to hit, because I did not roll very well.
That will hit.
Alrighty.
Alright, roll the damage, and I will roll my bardic die.
Timeout is such a line that the XP of this character
I rolled
would
max
see.
damage on that one.
Huh.
Oh, ow!
Yep.
But that's still funny. The timeout is still funny.
That is very funny.
Oh, no!
I don't know. I don't know how what effect he was going for if he says that and then gets knocked out anyway.
Well,
Fucking hilarious!
he doesn't...
Well, yeah.
Hang on,
The way
hang
he
on.
wanted it.
I have to roll the die. Is this the
Yeah,
this
we have
the
to see if he's
D10?
knocked out first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can
Yeah.
cut the damage you said with the cutting words.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. 12 minus 7 is 5.
Okay.
And
Does
so
he have 5 or less hit points?
he has more than 5 hit points.
Oh, good. Good.
So he takes 5 hit points, and he is still awake. And he's used his reaction, and he can speak now.
It's also now his turn, because I don't think Cassius is getting a turn.
Yeah, Cassius
Yeah.
is fucking on the ground, dude.
Do I make a death saving throw? Are we doing that?
Looks it over.
I mean, you won't die from just one. Even if you crit fail it, you'll only get 2 fails.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead and ahead and roll
I mean,
one. Just
yeah.
we'll
You could
flavor.
nat 20 and come back at 1 HP.
That is also true.
we'll play it out
That would
for
be
now.
funny.
It
Okay.
would be really
It's
funny.
rolling a
It would be really funny.
12!
Good.
Success!
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Light
He drank the
crumpled
good
on the
sippy.
ground like a wet tissue paper.
Mhm.
All right. So he is down, and it is the professor's turn. He is. Let me see. I had an idea. Okay, yeah. He has. Alright, I have to check that this is the best use. Okay, because he can't do that. Professor. Oh, there is that. That's very tempting, but I think, yeah, no, I'm going to do the other thing. He uses, he forms one hand into a fist and jabs it towards Ultrasound. Doesn't actually hit him, it's just a motion because the ring on his hand summons a spectral ram's head.
Is he casting a spell?
He is not casting a spell. He is using an item.
Is he using an item to cast a spell?
He is not using an item to cast a spell. He is using an item to make an attack roll.
Okay.
So he is using 3 charges, the max amount. Action charges. Wait a second. Oh, it counts as a ranged spell attack. Okay, I didn't see that before.
I get to make an attack roll too then.
Yes, you do. Alright, I'll make mine first, and then you make yours.
Yeah, you do yours first, and then we'll do mine.
Alright. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes an attack roll with... Yep, okay. Okay. I get to... Is it 1 to 3? Is it 3 attacks, or is it 1 hit for each charge you spend? Okay, I think it is 1 attack.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's just 1, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What item is it?
Ring of the Ram. It doesn't hit. That is a, actually... Yeah, no, that's a 9. That doesn't hit.
Yeah, you can expend 1 charge to make an attack roll, and you can expend 1 charge at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't hit.
Nope.
Cool. Okay.
Nope.
I do. That's a 14 on the dice. That's the higher one. It's a 14 on the dice plus 8.
That will hit. Yes.
So damage again.
Oh, wait
That's
a second. As
bad.
Let's see. Does this work? Makes an attack roll. Okay, I think I have a reaction I can use.
Bro!
Again?
Because you just got a new turn!
When a creature you can see makes an attack roll, or starts to cast a spell, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, as the professor, throws his hands up and, does the timeout motion again more insistently.
Okay.
Like I said, fucking
Time
timeout.
out!
I see your timeout, and unfortunately I have to say natural 17. Plus 5. I really want him to do the thing. I'm cursing my dice right now.
Hey, that's fair.
Thankfully, I did roll shit damage.
Ultrasound said no.
Ultrasound did say no. Ultrasound says I'm in.
Yeah, so the spell doesn't work. It just kind of fizzles out, and is that a 8 damage?
Yeah, that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Bats away the ram and punches him in the face. Skewers him in the face, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
And
don't really have a fist.
Ugh.
and he is knocked out. He goes limp.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. We win!
We do win.
Hey.
It would be Seph's turn, but he's not here. So
No,
we're,
he's fine.
so we're gonna go back up to Speaker.
Okay, she like looks between the two and is like, "Are the fuck, dude? Are they both dead?"
Silent head shake.
Okay, looks at Cassius, picks up an arm, drops it, it just goes down. Looks to the professor. Alright, I'm gonna start bandaging this one. Make sure he doesn't have any collapsed arteries or something. Veins, whatever.
Question for RJ.
What?
Did ultrasound purposefully make a non-lethal blow to Cassius?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
then Abby, you don't have to do death saves.
Sweet.
And the
Okay,
professor
so-
also will not be rolling death saves.
Yeah.
Okay. Since he's down, Spica is gonna just be like, okay, what the fuck is the damage here? We need this guy alive. He needs to not be dead. That was very much specified. Let me just. Alright, yep, there's chomp marks on his arm. God damn it.
Yeah.
And yep, there's several bonkus conkus here. Alright. Just takes out the med kit. And she actually will pause and like look at his coat and be like, hang on. Isn't there any healing potions in here? 1 second. That is for me. She's poisoned! She wants something to get rid of the yucky!
It's still really funny that in trying to poison the group, he ended up poisoning himself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll start looking through his pockets and it's like, okay, alright, do we
Put
have
up a
any...
really good fight, considering that
Yeah.
last end bit.
Mhm.
Okay. So in his you're going through his coat pockets, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are a few potions. Particularly there is one that swooshes and it kind of looks like it's very viscous and it kind of looks like liquid iron.
I know what that is, and it would not work if she drank it, but good God.
You don't know what it is.
Nope.
No, I mean that's
Oh, that's not what I think it is. Got it. I salute you.
correct. There is what is pretty clearly a healing potion.
Oh, nice.
There is a healing granola bar, healing pretzels, a flask with a roulette wheel on it, and a flask, a very ornate flask, kind of complex looking, that has a liquid in it that is really it's you're pretty sure it's this guy's blood because it's the same wrong color. It's
Gonna
it's
wonder if, like,
not
this guy's cartoon or something, because it's just like, huh.
yeah, it's not as red as it should be. It's a little more orange. Not a lot, like at a distance, it looks the proper red, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it matches.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that as well.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a small actual like med kit, the item.
Mm-hmm. Ah ha ha ha! She doesn't have to use hers. She can use his. Ha ha! All right. Well. Okay. Do you or the other guy know any healing?
Ultrasound just looks at her. What the fuck do you
Alright.
think the answer to that question is?
Well, I don't know about the other. Where'd the other guy go?
He will flash an image of Seth on his visor, almost questioningly.
Yeah. You know, he wanted to talk for a second, and then I came back. Clearly he's not. What the fuck, dude?
Just text fled.
Did he tell you that?
No.
Well, then how do you know he fled?
So his morals.
Are we talking about the same guy here?
Just stares at you. You can accept the answer or not. That's all he's giving you.
That's fair. Like she's just like looking at it. It's just like, all right. It's just all right. But okay, wait, hang on. He has both the communications device and the scarf thing from him. That like he has shit we're supposed to get back here.
There's a recording of. Oh fuck! How do I describe this voice? Kind of crotchety old man, I guess. That just goes, on his head be it.
I mean, I guess, but like, look, I just trying to figure out what the hell's going on here because did he say where we're supposed to meet this guy? Is the guy just going to wherever the communications device is?
More silent staring.
I will remind you, it is your turn. Talking is a free action, but time is passing. Would you like
No,
to...
yeah. She's gonna start using the professor's med kit to bandage him up because they're supposed to not let him die. So you know, this seems a logical action.
Technically, he is already stable.
She doesn't know what else to do with her turn, man.
You could, I don't know, caretake your teammate?
The one that she just saw latch on to the other and like drain it. Plus, if he's a vampire, she doesn't know that healing is actually going to help him. Logically, healing stuff isn't going to help. That's going to make it worse.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah, she doesn't know Cassius is a specific flavor of vampire that healing does actually work on.
All right. Final answer. What are you doing?
Yes, healing. Or, well, not healing.
Who?
You know.
With what?
The professor with the first aid kit thingy.
Okay. He is...
Stabilizing for flavor. TM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it has some healing properties somehow that I don't know about.
Nope. It stabilizes you. I'm gonna expend one use anyway. Say that you, like, bandaged up the major gashes.
Yeah. Well, he had a vampire stuck on his arm. I figured there'd be some pretty bad ones.
I thought it was his neck, but sure.
Oh. I thought it was...
First one was on the wrist. Second one was on the neck.
Oh, got it.
Okay, well then there we go then. Yep, definitely getting the wrist. That's no, my cat. Nope.
Both worlds.
Sorry. My cat decided to, sweetie. Okay, thank you. Anyway, yes. But yeah, for the last bit, she's just gonna hold up the health potion and be like, "Well, anybody need this?"
Silently turns to the fucking ass up Cassius.
Ghost trick death pose.
Okay, but how... Okay, hang on. If this scarecrow is what I'm thinking, how do we know this is going to help? Like, isn't that counterproductive?
There's more silent staring. You get the feeling he doesn't really care. He's mildly curious at best, but it's poor form to at least not to attempt to help your allies.
It is
Alright.
Ultrasound's turn now.
Okay, well, yeah, she's holding it up. If he wants to be the curious one to try it,
He will take it.
Okay.
He will take it from her, lift up like unceremoniously uncork it, lift up Cassius, and start pouring it into his mouth.
Okay, this is a potion of greater healing. Please,
shit.
Nice.
please heal 4d4 plus 4.
I rolling that or Robbie?
Abby.
Cool beans.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
14. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Okay, but if he latches onto something, it's gonna be you.
Oh. Now I have to determine, is he still like... Oh,
No,
no.
since he was
I don't
knocked
think
out,
he
he would.
be.
Nah.
Okay.
He's out of it for now. He'd have to do another bite to risk getting back into it.
To
He's been
re-trigger
Okay.
it,
knocked
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
he's
to
free of
speak
it.
his
Okay.
words, Ultrasound just kind of casually flexes the fingers that are currently around Cassius's throat.
Yeah.
Cassius,
Cassius
odd.
wakes up
it's your turn.
coughing a little bit,
Mhm.
and he's... Ooh.
Hey, you didn't
Boy,
kill him
howdy.
further!
Oh gosh, hang on. I gotta... Oh man, my mind, it's racing.
Uh-huh.
Cassius is gonna back the fuck up.
How?
Yeah, Ultrasound will drop him to facilitate
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Cassie's
Hey,
going
the healing potion
back
didn't
up,
kill you!
back up, away, covering his face.
Mm-hmm.
Just cover his face, hide his teeth, cover his nose, because the blood is still everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ultrasound's gonna borrow Speaker's voice and just go, vampire.
You took the words right out of my mouth!
What do you think, genius?
I think somebody was lying when they said they weren't hungry at the diner.
No shit. Just...
Damn, you're a messy eater. You got it fucking everywhere. It's
Will
all
you
over
shut
the
up?
ground.
Shut up.
What? Why? Are we gonna have to knock you out again?
Just... shut up.
Not even the thanks to the tin can who managed to bring you back. Sure, I found the health potion, but he was the one who wanted to see if it would actually heal you and not, kill you further.
I don't particularly care how this has turned out. Alright. I just... And he's like looking at the blood that's on the floor, and he's like, yeah, he's keeping his distance as far as he can, because if he lost control once, he might do it again. And he's not in the mood to go along with Spica's teasing.
Both you and Spica are aware that this is not the usual color that human blood should be. And you... Let's see. I have to check my numbers here. Who notices this? This would be a perception. Alright. Ultrasound and Cassius. You hear a faint sort of whooshing sound. It's not a sound you've ever heard before.
Oh my gosh.
There's just kind of a like whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, I know what that is.
Whoa. Whoa.
And it
Just
stops.
turns towards it.
Cassius stiffens and immediately goes, "Someone's here."
Turns towards it. Flicks the remaining blood off the edge of his wing.
All right. An odd, upright, rectangular, brushed metal box shimmers smoothly into existence with a hum. A door slides open in the front, and the ambassador steps out. It's maybe 40 or 50 feet away from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes widen and he grins. Excellent work. We're not quite done yet, though. Hold him down while I cast something, please.
I mean,
Okay. Goes over
not-
to do that.
Alright. I mean, more than one person's probably not needed.
He goes, striding
Cassius
over.
is
Oh, yes.
purposely hanging back because he's still wary of being close to people.
He strides over to the professor, looking over at the scene, assessing. Tilts his head a bit at the professor. Swings it round to look at you all. Huh. One team member is missing. There's the professor. Good. Her. Good. Now. Those are. He turns, and, for a moment looks at, Spica, but, then goes to Cassius, who is, like, covering his face. His grin widens, and his hand goes to his hilt, to his own very, ornate rapier. Oh my. It seems I've hired a little monster. Well, at least you're effective.
Why, thank you, I do try.
Have you made him expend his magic?
Well, I don't remember that being specified, but he certainly has gone through a couple of spells.
He's made use of multiple magical items, though I didn't see any actual spells casted.
Huh.
Do you want us to wake him up and go through the ringer again?
Well. Yeah, no, I do need him to, not have any, when I'm, I can't risk him getting free and having magic to spare. So, I'm just going to, let's see. He walks up to the, professor, and, he kneels down and then looks up at the others. Can I have a hand here? I need to heal him in order to wake him up, and it's going to take a second before I can charm him. So, I need a little help.
Alright. And Spica steps over, still holding his jacket. She's probably put most of the other stuff back in said jacket pockets. It's just like carrying the jacket now. Like, do you want me to prop him up? Just what?
Perhaps.
Okay. She just crouches down to desist, basically.
So yeah, you get the professor in a seated position, and this guy kneels down and just pats his cheek briefly, and he's going to heal him. Let's see, what is where's the dang spell? Okay. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be... Okay. He heals the professor, and the professor just sort of like grimaces and starts to open his eyes and gets a good look at this person, but before he can really react, the ambassador casts a spell on him. And I have to roll his save. Yeah, that is not going to cut it.
Oh boy.
He casts... let's see. I know it's in here. Gosh darn it. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. He casts, suggestion. And you, Cassius at least, you can tell, what spell he is casting. He casts suggestion, and the, professor goes kind of, stiff, and then, relaxes. And, the ambassador says, "All right, I need you to harmlessly discharge all of your magic." And he's just going to basically, like, back up and off to the side. And the professor, raises his arms and starts to cast. First he casts a spell that, makes his, eyes look like, an inky black void, with faint, maybe stars in it. But he doesn't seem to be targeting anybody, so it stops, after a bit. Then he does that, timeout motion again. But again, nothing actually happens. He casts... not that. He casts, he makes the motion to, cast Dimension Door, but he cannot, actually teleport because of the cuffs. And he casts that a second time, and a third time. Then, he casts, Counterspell, and there is the noise of a light bulb, like, going, like, popping. Like, getting fizzled out. And he casts that a second time. And a third time. And then he casts Misty Step, and he casts Misty Step again. But again, like, nothing's happening. You can just tell what he's casting. He casts, which one of these? Huh. No, yeah. He casts, Detect Evil and Good. So, if any of you are an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead, the professor will know.
Oh, he's painfully aware of it now.
Yeah, if he didn't figure it out before.
Yeah,
Alas, I'm mechanically none of these.
fair. But yeah, definitely.
Your choice. I am mechanically one of these.
He clocks the vampire. But even though he casts it again, and again. And then, he casts Silvery Barbs once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Not targeting anybody, so nothing happens. And then he stops, and the charm wears off because that was the command he was given, and he's completed it. And he looks at this person off to the side, and just seems completely baffled and dumbfounded. That doesn't... He wouldn't... You can't be... So, if you've got to... Look, just... You've got a lot of nerve. Drop that face in the next 10 seconds, or I will remove it myself.
Ooh.
You think you can fool me with this sort of dumb shtick? I'm not so easily. And then Ivan, nope. Bleh. The ambassador steps closer, and the professor starts to become a little more unsure. Not so easily fooled. And the ambassador steps closer until he is within 5 feet of the professor. And the professor's face just, his eyes widen in dawning horror and recognition. You... No, you can't. How? You sick-hearted, barbarous traitor! Snollygoster, lick-spittle, butcher! You illithid fucking smell fungus, you empleomaniacal, monstrous, duplicitous, hedonist! What did they give you for it, huh? Bat friend! Reprobate! And he is just going off, insulting the ambassador. And the ambassador looks...
His eyebrows have raised, like, past his head.
Silently, Ultrasound's shoulders begin to shake as he starts laughing.
So Speak is very glad for her mask right now, because it's like, you can't tell I'm silently laughing, even though I'm like a foot behind you right now. Or less. I don't know where she is. Because she's over there helping, but she's like, this is funny.
The ambassador just grins and shakes his head, and takes a step back. He's made his point. as the professor continues ranting at him. And the ambassador takes a large diamond from his pocket and a small wooden statuette of what appears to be an old man in robes with a copper wire around his neck.
Ooh.
And he looks, he glances at ultrasound and sort of jerks his head, like, in the professor's direction, like, get over there, you should probably help.
Sure.
Because he is going to start casting now. He glances at Cassius, and his lip curls a little bit, but he directs with he points and just like swings his arm, like, move to where I can see you.
Cassius will do so. He has a sneaking suspicion this guy is pretty powerful, and even though he doesn't want to, now's not the time to argue.
If this is the spell that I think it is,
It might be. He addresses the professor as he holds the objects out and holds them above the professor. Hold still now. This will only be a minute. And he lets go of the items. The gem floats a few feet above the professor's chest, and the figurine a few feet above the gem. Both spin slowly, and this guy starts to speak. I am... Let's see. Should I say the thing, or should I describe what happens while he's saying the thing first? Which one do you think is better?
Say the thing.
Say the
thing.
Okay, because it's
say the line, Bart.
Oh, it's long though. It covers a minute. All right, let me pull it up.
Sometimes the line is an entire soliloquy. Or
We gotta
monologue.
have it. We gotta have the monologue. He deserves a villain monologue. Let's be real.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. It's not quite a villain monologue, but he goes, Zeteus worms into your mind. Zeteus hates all of your kind. Zeteus crawls your bed to find his meal while you are sleeping. Zeteus at the planet's end. Zeteus stabs our history's bend. Zeteus seeps time for to rend, and sets the lattice weeping. Zeteus rips the tapestry. Zeteus fears the heroes free. Zeteus seeks the last to be the prize of final reaping. Zeteus laughs when all is gone. Zeteus moves his foes to pawn. Zeteus wins, and all he's drawn, the heroes' hearts he's keeping. Zeteus needs the hero's ship. Zeteus quells time in his grip. Zeteus prompts the grid to flip. Past life and death he's leaping. Zeteus lurks where all will end, for Zeteus is how all will end. His time is the end of time, and his presence time's undoing. And as he is reciting this poem, a faint reddish glow surrounds the wooden figure and the professor, pulsing slowly and growing faster, as the items also start to spin faster. The forest around you seems to fall silent. You, not like the spell silence, but you can't hear the nearby water, or any birds or insects. There is a strange pressure in the air, like before a thunderstorm, and a faint smell of ozone. there is an odd flanging quality to the ambassador's voice. Professor struggles and yells, says, "I'll tear out your kidneys, you supercilious lout! Callous, captious, contemptuous cad! Familicidal fake-ass! Insidious, odious, ingrate!"
I think after like maybe 10 or 20 seconds, Ojisan just shoves his hand at the professor's mouth. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, Professor puts up a bit of a fight, but the moment the poem is over, he cries out as the figurine slams down to the gem with a crack and disappears, and so does the professor. The gem continues to float, no longer spinning. It doesn't seem quite translucent anymore, or rather, the diamond is still translucent, but there's something opaque inside it now. A tiny humanoid shape, maybe an inch tall if it had room to stretch out, instead folded tightly into the diamond's interior. The ambassador plucks the gem from the air and smiles at it. The professor is inside, looking back, a bit stunned, breathing hard, disoriented. And the ambassador smiles, pleased, smug. "So good to see you again, dear sibling." The professor collects himself enough to yell, and surprisingly it doesn't seem at all muffled by the diamond, just a bit off due to his current size. He says something to the effect of, "Help, I'll pay you double," but Ivan tucks the diamond into a small cushioned jewelry box, which quiets the professor when it closes, and tucks the box into an inside breast pocket. "Mission accomplished. I can see I chose the right people for the job. You performed spectacularly. Thank you for fulfilling your task so promptly."
Of course. It's what you paid us for.
Speaking of, well, we'll get to that in a moment. Do you have his belongings?
Yep. Right here. His jacket and I believe everything within it.
All right. Set them here, please, on the ground. Where is that communicator?
I'm gonna flash a picture of Seth.
Ah. Okay. And the teleportation station, pass?
Continues having the picture of Seth.
And the professor's scarf as well?
An ever so slight head tilt. But still the picture of Seth.
Alright. Absconded with it, That's annoying. Well, I know now not to work with him again. But now, you will receive the rest of your pay. He takes out of his pocket 3 Toon textbooks titled History of Economic Statistics in Agonizing Detail. And he gestures for one or all of you to take your book.
Mm-hmm.
Who takes it first?
Spica will take hers, but she'll also take a second and hand it to Cassius if he wants it. Because
Cassius snatches it out of her hand.
yeah. Because with how this guy's been treating him so far, it's like, let me be in the middle here. Don't step any closer than you need to, buddy.
Yeah.
It's heavy as shit.
Do I need to roll strength?
Surprised.
No.
Okay.
But you, Cassius, notice that something's not quite right about it. This doesn't quite feel like a real book. You think this might be some sort of trick book. And he did promise you gold.
Mm-hmm.
Being subtle about it, probably.
Yeah, ultrasound will take his.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is this?
Open it.
He's going to very carefully open it.
It is a fake book with like a spot cut into the middle of it that opens to reveal the owed gold pieces in very neat stacks. The coins are clearly freshly minted and glitter in the light.
Bullshit.
This has been a productive exchange. I will keep you in mind if I have further dealings here in the future. You are dismissed. Although, he looks to Cassius. How unfortunate that our contract requires I let you go. I have to make you pay for feeding on my kin some other way at a later date. I'll prepare some steaks. Maybe apply some dip for good measure. He smiles a dangerous grin. Get donned, parasite. And he smiles sweetly at the others, gives a polite nod, and goes back to enter his capsule. And after he does, the door slides closed with a hiss, and is still.
It's kind of a loud cracking sound as Cassius snaps the book shut.
Does the capsule leave, or...
No, stays exactly where it is.
Okay. Speaker just, like, doesn't say anything, but she turns and immediately, like, paps a hand to... Well, not paps. It's just, like, you know... Pats a hand to Cassius and just, like, starts casting prestidigitation to, like, get the blood off of him.
Cassius is gonna shove her away. And as he's, like, shoving the book back into his hammer space.
The fuck? Do you have any plans for right now?
We're done here.
Yeah, I know. Covered in blood.
I don't particularly care. I'm just... I don't think you've noticed, but that man is capable of incredibly powerful magic. And considering he has made no subtle hint that he intends to kill me at some point, I need to abscond at the closest opportunity and perhaps acquire something that can at least hide me better.
All right, fine. Fuck off. Take your covered in evidence with you.
There's a recording, a rather smooth, but mocking voice going, "Bully for you."
Can you articulate that? Because the words went together and I didn't understand it.
Basically, it's fucking, knockout going, "Bully for you," at Cassius.
Belief
Or recording their own.
you?
Bully
for
B-U-L-L-Y.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Scoff help. We've already given you a health potion. Just do with it what you will then.
You do?
You might want to clean the blood that's on the ground.
Well, like you said, might as well leave it.
Cassius is just gonna roll his eyes, and he's gonna cast Fly on himself and take off.
Mm-hmm.
Away.
Speaker's gonna start walking towards the water where the professor was gonna go fishing. Well, this has been fun, I suppose. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Fly off into the fucking... Wasn't there a reason you hadn't turned into a bat yet?
Yeah.
No, he's casting Fly specifically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, got it.
You gotta pick up your hat
Turns into a
first.
bat, he is going to die.
You gotta pick up your hat first. You went ghost trick death pose, my guy.
He can pick up his
The hat is tied to him. The hat is tied to him.
Yeah. Well, actually, is the professor's hat still on the ground?
It is.
Speaker's gonna look at it, picks it up, puts it on her head. Well, I guess this doesn't count, or does it? I don't know, I think it suits me.
Another recording. This one of that, like, first, kind of smarmy, kind of raspy, but still kind of, like, authoritative voice going, "Do you really want to try that?"
Only for about as long as it took for me to put it on, show it off, and then take it on again. Or take it off again. And she just kind of, like, nudges the front of it up, tilts her head to the side, and then puts it on the top of the coat. Well, I guess that's that then, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. He would have picked up the items. Shit. Nope, forget it. They're just sitting there.
Okay, then yeah, she just puts the hat back on the jacket because it's like, okay, he hasn't left yet, so clearly he's coming back out or something for them.
Probably wanted to put his new prized possession somewhere safe
Yeah.
first.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Fine, you gotta just
Okay.
gloat a little bit.
well, I guess that's that then, unless you have anything planned.
To which Ultrasound also casts Fly, by which I mean he transforms and vanishes. He's outie. This motherfucker becomes a plane and leaves.
Meow.
Mm. Well, I'm glad I
There you
stayed. That was
go.
the coolest shit.
Mission complete. He's done.
And again, she walks, as I was saying, she walks over to the water's edge where, you know, there's her footprints, Steph's footprints. Until there's not, she just casts prestidigitation or whatever spell she needs to get rid of the footprints over here. And to make sure she doesn't leave any, she just walks into the fucking river and walks off. Water breathing magic here, bye. She also can't
she
swim, so
goes.
she's walking.
I don't know if prestidigitation would work for that.
Okay, well, it could make a... Hang on, let me double check I'm using the right spell, because I also could be using the wrong spell.
I know it makes things dirty and not dirty, but
Yeah.
But given that this is like dirt on dirt, I think you would need
Also,
like you would
I
need
think
a
the
more
beach.
mold earth sort of deal.
I think the beach is a bit bigger than a cubic foot, as well.
I mean, she could cast it more than once.
Yeah,
It's gotta be an object no bigger than a cubic foot.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she casts it more than once?
Yeah,
Like,
I
get
think
one cubic foot, get another cubic foot.
It's like a...
You could do that, but I don't think that prestidigitation is going to get rid of the print in the way you want it to.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna run up and down the footprints a little bit, just making an entire mess of it all.
Alright.
Makes it look like somebody let out a Labrador with platform boots, and it just had a field day on all over here.
Alright. Confusing the trail.
And then, yeah, confusing the trail. And then she goes off into the water.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have fly. Now, breathing underwater, that she can do.
This is fair. Okay. You all received 20 gold pieces up front for taking the job. The three of you who stayed, Spica, Ultrasound, and Cassius, in that funny textbook, you got 50 gold pieces for a job total of 70.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
That's a lot.
It
Mhm.
is. I'm going to now ask for if you want to, this is up to you. If you want to do it in the moment, or I'm going to ask for your characters' impressions, how they're doing, how they're feeling, what they're thinking. You can do it just right here in the present, or an hour or so down the line. But
Flourishing,
not
unbothered, in his lane.
good for him.
This is just another day, regular day for ultrasound.
Same
It's
shit
just
as
another
always.
Tuesday. I'm not
anything
going
else?
next.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a ramble to figure out, lads.
I think I
Avi?
can do Cassius, yeah.
Okay.
For as long as the spell fly lasts, Cassius is going to just heck off into the forest, away from civilization. Just move as far as he can. Away, away, away. Kind of like mind racing with and all sorts of new things to be paranoid about.
Rip.
Sure, he got money, but now he's got something that wants him dead. Something that's very, very powerful. It's like he's living his mistakes all over again. But worse, because this one is actively going to hunt him down.
He's back in the building.
Sure seems that way, yeah.
He doesn't have somebody else to take the anger off him this time. This is bad for him.
Consequences of my actions, here they come again.
Speaker,
Oh,
you got more thoughts?
Speaker. Oh, she's having many thoughts. It's mostly adrenaline clinging to panic and trying to tamper it down. She's basically going to go as far as she can underwater to get to basically try and lose any trail. And then it's basically the thought of keep going, don't stop, keep going. Remember everything that happened. Just repeat it in your mind again and again. I don't care if it was just the swearing he was saying. Where do I go? He didn't wait. The fuck do I do? Okay, I know who to find.
Okay. Very nice.
Well, while all that was going down, a certain coward turned tail and ran. But he had a few stops to make along the way. With the fact that he does have this, all expenses paid ticket to the teleportation system. For one, he had to go back and collect his familiars. Given he could have just dismissed them, but there are magic items with those, and those might be useful, but also, you don't just want to leave those around. That's probably messy. And then there's another stop he had to go to. Someplace where we won't get into detail, but there's someone he knows who, well, he doesn't go by the name Seth around him, and gives a full, panicked report that there has been a kidnapping. And of course he doesn't stay there long either. He can't. Not while there's evidence that could point to him, and even if he did ditch a few items there, it's not safe. He got rid of the scarf, so that can't be tracked to him. Not easily as far as he's concerned. And the radio he can throw into the ocean and be done with that. The ticket has its uses. He can't let go of that yet. But it all brings him back to Monsoon Lagoon. Not the lounge, like he said, not technically. Just on the other side of a big glass panel there, where there is a cluster of rocks underwater. That is a bit of a tight squeeze, but when you are a cephalopod, you can fit quite a few places. And he is staying there. And he has a lot to think about. Because he has come to the realization that he is not going to be able to go home.
Oh.
And that's all that he's up to. That's him.
All right, and with that, we are done with the game. Mercenaries is finished.
I may have a scene in my brain
Oh.
for Cassius.
Okay. If it's does it fall under like last thoughts and such?
Yeah, it falls under like kind of like last thoughts. He's just handed me like character moment, so I need to.
Sure, give me a scene.
Let's go.
I think
Let's
this
go.
particular scene, it's going to be sometime closer to the dead of night, where the sun has set. Cassius has hecked off. Far, far away from where he was, and he's taken the time to construct a fire and burn his disguise that he had worn to get rid of the evidence. And he's seated against the base of a tree, kind of watching the flames in front of him, knees kind of tucked up to his chest. And he's quietly thinking and just thinking. And eventually he raises both hands up to his face and lets out a long, long groan. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? And I think I want to leave it off on that.
Sorry.
All right.
The wizards, oh god, we fucked up.
Cassius' midlife crisis.
All right.
At 21, congratulations!
Yay!
Very
Let's go.
good. That is the game. That is the Mercenaries, and there will be a sequel series of games with different players.
Yay!
So stay tuned for those. That is, I might as well give the title. It's called The Diamond of Despair.
Come get your boy!
Yeah! Go get him!
But yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me through scheduling hell and all all
problem.
sorts of
This was
stuff.
a delight.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thumbs up.
You've been excellent, excellent players. And this went so well. Okay. I will thank the audience, present and future, for listening. And with that, we will wish you all a good time zone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.